Manipulating. Mind experiment.
It's no sleep, baby.
We live, Sam? All right. Sam Hershock on the ones and twos today, folks.
Fresh gripped from Sam.
That's right. We're recording this a little early on a Sunday because Papa's got a big business meeting tomorrow.
Ooh, oh boy.
That's right. Trying to get some stuff done for Teehees 2.0. We have not given up.
Snap. The fight continues.
Yes. I put together, I think it's like a 70 slide presentation with Dave and his brother. It's crazy.
For who?
Investors. Yeah. But anyway,
folks. You're gonna give him the old prestige worldwide.
Oh, definitely.
Prestige.
Are you guys gonna invest in our business or not? You ruined my boat, you goons.
Folks, this is what happens when we don't go live. You know, we're loose.
I know. It's relaxing.
It's nice. I'm AJ Simmons, 1:30, your podcast this evening. Comedy podcast, as you can tell, you're probably already laughing your balls off, right? So I'm going to do a joke to get out on the dance floor and get us started. Here's an idea. So you know how there's car windows?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They can roll down. What about like a screen door for a car window? So it's like somehow the window could roll down, but then you still have a screen there, so you could leave your windows down like on a nice day.
Yeah.
But not have people just get into your
car. Like prison bars on your car?
Basically.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Why is deodorant so expensive? I know there's aluminum in there, but I can buy like 1,000 feet of Reynolds wrap for like $4. And that's way more aluminum.
Is that true? I never buy Reynolds wrap.
I mean, yeah,
or aluminum foil.
It's not too expensive. Yeah. I mean, there's no way there's that much aluminum.
I never buy deodorant either.
That's where I thought you were going with that.
But it does seem crazy. Like, I don't know. I've talked about
how much is deodorant?
Deodorant is like $8 or $9. It's like a pack of smokes.
It's crazy.
I actually do. I need to buy some today.
Yeah.
Some deodorant.
You're the demographic.
Yeah.
But
I suppose
I'm just same thing with body wash and shit. I'm like, what is in here? Or is it just that it's an essential so they know they can
That is what's ridiculous. Yeah, and then sometimes I'll buy the like the Suave, like the $2 Suave body wash.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, well, this definitely isn't up to snuff.
Yeah, it's the struggle wash.
Yeah. And then you're like, this is not sudsy enough.
Yeah.
It's not cutting through.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm like, still a $2 bottle of this. If I use half the bottle, I'm still saving money, damn near. So
you're losing money not doing it.
That's right.
I'm the type of guy that uses the classic man 17-in-1 product.
Oh, nice.
Like what? It's like just one bottle for just everything. Who gives?
And you can eat it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on toast.
Have it for cereal. Delicious.
Yeah. Wash your car with it.
Whatever the store brand is.
/breakfast.
Yeah.
You put it on your toaster strudel.
Yeah.
Ooh, it stings, but it tastes good.
Yeah. Some of them do kind of smell tasty.
Oh, I used a milk and honey body wash for a long time.
Yeah, I can't deal with that.
Like,
it can't be a food
man.
flavor.
I love it.
No,
I know it's not manly.
I need like ocean fresh, some sort of like
rugged woods.
Yeah. But if it's like honey vanilla or something, I'm just hungry all day.
Yeah.
I always use like lady smells. The fruitier or the
fruitier the
milk
better.
and honey is. I love it.
Yeah, milk and honey sounds like what a princess bathes in.
That's right.
I'm a little princess.
That's right.
You got like a full tub at your
We do.
spot?
Full tub, kind of and two bathrooms, but the shower is in the basement.
The man shower.
But it has this huge fucking shower head. It's like one of those rain style ones.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty excited about that.
Oh,
It's like this. It's like the size of a dinner plate.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just bring your phone in, put sad music on, and cry as it rains on your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hoping someone walks in and finds me and asks me what's wrong. See, I had another miscarriage.
Another.
Yeah.
Not in a brand
You
new
were just
shower.
jacking off again. That's right. I was.
AKA a miscarriage. The male miscarriage.
God.
Oh man, this is what we need to be live to control ourselves.
This is what happens.
I know.
I guess we can cut to Toll McGrain. I have a feeling we already have, but
Well, yeah, I've been busy moving this weekend. It's Sunday afternoon. I was late getting here. But I will say there's not really a bit here, but we were going through the cupboards, cleaning out the new house, and found some stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Then I found a couple of bottles of medication. I was like, I wonder what this is for. And I Googled it, and it was for AIDS. I was like, oh, shit.
Wow.
The previous owner, I wonder what happened to them. But luckily, if this was 30 years ago, I'd be like, shaking in my boots if there was AIDS medication in my new house. But
Right.
now I'm like, no big deal. I've just been licking the walls, testing them. But yeah, it's just shot. You don't expect that, though,
I mean, it's always
Of course,
Yeah, it's like-
you'd see find a bottle of random medication, be like, "Ooh, what's this for? AIDS?" And then you
Yeah.
Google, you're like, "Oh,
oh shit, it is for AIDS. Yeah, and it said I was excited because it was like, do not operate heavy machinery, and I was like, hell yeah. What
Do
we
I
got
have
here?
AIDS?
Yeah. But no, it was I probably will skip taking that.
Yeah.
Taking the AIDS medication.
So the old house had, as we covered before, some old boudoir photos in a joint.
It did, yes.
And the new house came
AIDS
with
medication.
AIDS medication.
yeah. And a big ass subwoofer in the basement.
What's
That's
the
kinda fun.
what's the
The brand?
no what's the tie-in between the medication and the subwoofer?
I mean, raves.
Maybe.
Classic
Urban
Party
raves.
Monster with Macaulay Culkin or whatever.
Yeah.
Could have been that's probably a pretty cool house then if that's what's left behind.
The Urbandale rave scene.
That's right.
You move in, and next Saturday night, about 1 a.m, a bunch of people in fucking mesh and paint on their face. Like,
What the hell?
What's up?
Yeah.
What happened to Terry?
Well, I don't know, fellas. I think he died of AIDS. But yeah, you can control AIDS these days anyway,
Yeah.
You live with it for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Dallas Buyers Club days. That movie, having not lived in that time, seemed like a pretty accurate portrayal, from what I'm told, of how just how people acted towards people that had AIDS.
Oh yeah. Alex and I and Sam, we remember the days when then all the jokes. My God, people just talking about it constantly.
Because that would have been. Did it sort of start peaking early 80s publicly? Like started hearing about it a lot?
Mid-80s.
Yeah.
Mid-80s?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
And then kind of. But
Yeah, I was in middle school, and it was time to learn about sex ed for the first time. We had our first sex ed just as AIDS was hitting.
oh yeah.
And we're like, so we're just all going to get AIDS is what's going to happen
Yeah.
to us? Like if we touch each other, we're going to get AIDS? And
I remember
scary, weird times for kids coming of age.
our sex ed, the person teaching it, they brought somebody in. I don't remember who it was, but they were basically like, you would have to, if you're not doing it, if it's not through sex, they're basically like, you would have to like drink 12 buckets of the other person's saliva to get AIDS or something like that.
12?
Yeah.
But not 11, right?
Nope. Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, it must have, even in, like Dallas Buyers Club or something, the medical community didn't know what was going, like it's one thing if there's just a miscommunication between the science and the public. This was like no one
no one
knew,
knew. Yep.
which must have been insane. I mean, very, very scary.
Yeah.
Did it always have a homophobic kind of bend to it?
Oh, yeah. They made sure of it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they made sure of
Because
it.
who would
It was the gay
president?
disease.
Reagan.
Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made sure to. It was originally called the gay cancer. Great, and then they got their arms around what type of disease it was, and
Yikes.
it was too late. Yeah, so it took. I mean, that took decades. I mean, as we watch our society go backwards, the 80s were not, they weren't that great in a lot of ways. We're still way ahead as we move backwards. We're still, at least at this point, way ahead, but that will, I mean, they're working on it, but yeah.
Yeah. Wham was pretty cool, but
Wham.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, sure as a kid, and if you're coming of age at that time, like you said, you're wanting to get in the mix with some.
Well, yeah, and Wham, nobody knew George Michael was gay. George Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is shocking.
Yeah. Was that when it started coming out that he was gay in the 80s?
I don't think he
Into
got
the
caught
80s?
in a
porta
Central
potty.
Park bathroom where it's like where people where dudes would meet to have sex. He was, I think, caught there.
Yeah, that's back when there weren't any gay people in Hollywood.
Little
It was a very strange time when, I mean, like I said,
when everyone thought Hollywood was straight.
when being gay was certainly not okay, certainly not to be celebrated.
Right.
It's something that you should be very fearful of. And so everyone's closeted, and all of a sudden people started coming out, and it's weird to imagine now because, like, I mean, by and large, depending on a lot of caveats to the statement, being gay is okay. It's an accepted thing, you know.
Yeah.
For the most part, at least it should be. It is in the media, but before, when I was a kid, like, there'd be people that, like, I mean, who are some of the original gay guys on TV, like Paul Lynde and those guys?
Yeah.
They wouldn't say they were gay, but we're all like,
Nathan Lane.
but you know they're gay, but we're not going to say it because you can't say they are because they're not, but they are.
Yeah.
And that's as far as it got until, like, late in
They
the
were like
80s.
walking stereotypes that you didn't say were
Right.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul Lynde. I love Paul Lynde.
I know. I was always so pumped to see him as a kid. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember?
Rock Hudson back in the day. Nobody knew about that.
Well, he was someone who died of AIDS too, pretty brutally.
Yeah, he kind of brought it to the forefront of, because everyone's like, well, he's a straight, handsome leading man in Hollywood.
Yeah.
What do you? He can't get AIDS.
Did you guys, I'm sure you guys, did you watch his documentary? Oh my God. These gay dudes, they have like these guys that were like, oh yeah. And they talk about hooking up with Rock Hudson. And they'd be like, yeah, and you took it, and it was great, but you didn't want to do it again. Basically implying his dick was so big, they didn't want to hook up with him anymore.
Wow.
His name was Rock.
And I was like, damn, if gay dudes are saying that, he must have a huge dick.
Rock Hudson putting the hurt on the gay guys in the 50s.
Yes. Yeah. So that was fun.
I'm pretty sure Judas Priest singer
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's always been. He's
Rob
like, fuck you,
Halford.
I'm gay.
Rob Halford.
Yeah. Halpert? No, that's
Halford.
Jim Halpert. Yeah, Rob
Jim
Halford.
Halpert? Yeah. Jim Halpert was laying pipe in the 80s gay rave scene. No, but Rob Halford, I think, is another one of those guys who I think just has a crazy hog on him.
Yeah.
And he was slanging it.
Yeah. I bet
I
he
mean,
was.
fucking rock star
for
lead
sure,
singer.
yeah.
He's still alive too, isn't he?
Yeah.
That is amazing, considering what that guy lived through.
Yeah, because he was like a G.G. Allen almost type character, but
He was a
gay as hell.
palatable version.
Yeah.
Like, he was like the line, basically. Like, all right, you can be that crazy and gay, but that's it. Like,
Well, and it's probably a testament to how much music and art can actually chip away and change things like homophobia, because there was a lot of guys who were lifting, bench pressing, listening to Judas Priest
yeah.
before all this came out. And then Rob Halford maybe comes out at some point. I don't know exactly when. And now they're torn. They're like, I love Judas Priest.
Yeah.
I love Rob Halford. But now he's, it's almost like when you have someone in your family come out as gay, that
you're
changes.
confronted with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where it's like Rob Halford made a lot of guys maybe rethink that,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
which is nice. I mean, that's
for sure, man.
That's kind of a cool thing that art can do.
But there's also, I mean, like, the guy Elton John,
True.
big time. Lots.
Was there a one that surprised you the most as you were sort of a young person, or like sort of the landmark gay moment? Because my uncle came out when I was like 10, so that was like sort of my first full on confrontation with it, I guess. But my family was cool. It was just sort of like at a holiday, they're like, "Oh, by the way, Uncle Mark is not with, Aunt so-and-so anymore.
Yeah.
And this is his friend Glenn,
Right.
You're
like,
and
okay.
then, and then they slowly kind
Yeah.
of roll it out and everyone was like, all right.
Got it.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
There was a coming
And
out.
he's still with Glenn.
But
Shout out
Hell
to
yeah.
Glenn.
Shout out
Good
to
for them.
Glenn.
Yeah. I remember one, and everybody was just like, "No shit." Like that was everyone's reaction, basically. Like, yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, we had a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not like a
otherwise-
celebrity or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was kind
Rosie
of,
O'Donnell.
No, we weren't surprised about Ellen. We weren't surprised about
Because Ellen was sort
Elton
of
John.
straight for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone had to be like you.
It was a surprising thing to do. I guess I don't remember any of it being like shot. Like I don't know. I don't really care. I guess, but
Yeah.
also
Maybe the culture
that was back in the
changed.
day when every other word was the F bomb.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That was just a how do you do.
Yeah, pretty much
Very different times.
for real.
Yeah.
Had to be unlearned.
I think we've talked about it before, but it's in The Hangover, which came out in like 2009.
Yeah.
And at that point,
When that part is weird, and you watch that part now, you're like, you wouldn't do that now.
Yeah,
That's
there's
for
a
damn sure.
line about 2010 or 11 where
Yeah.
all that broke off.
Yep.
Where it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we're sealing that one into the vault.
Yep.
yeah,
We all had fun, but it's not cool, so don't do it.
I think that's really like the last big use that I can see in a major movie, probably. Because it's paging,
where it's not
paging
being
Dr.
like,
Bleep.
yep, where it's not being like looked down upon.
Yeah, but even by that time, I think it was starting to already be a little like transgressive
Yeah.
almost. Like they were being edgy by doing it
Yes.
then
Yeah.
or something. But yeah, interesting. And that's a kind of a weird thing about comedy too, is if you have a career, which most people do, if you stick with it, that spans more than 10 years,
Yeah.
you're like, well, sorry about those first couple years, folks.
Yeah.
I recently
Yeah.
found some 10 plus year old like lists of jokes that I made, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a couple of good ones in there, and then there's a few where I'm like, whoa, yeah. And I remember thinking back then, like, no problem, and it wasn't. But and you give it a decade, tastes and understandings change, and
Yeah.
what's okay is no longer. We all decide like, nope.
And what's like okay / edgy, because there's a window there too. Like right now, there are certain things that you definitely would never say, like in a job interview or something in a professional setting. But in comedy, you can sort of say it, and in the context of the performance, you can kind of work with it.
Yeah.
Like those things shift and change. But then you're looking at it with your 20 whatever eyes, 20, 35 eyes. I'm going to be like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Like
We'll see.
the things that the wokest people are saying now, I guarantee 10, 15 years from now, it's going to be like, that's back when, blah, blah, blah. It was okay to say. And now
Yeah.
it's something that you think right now, you're like, I'm very progressive and a
Well, somebody's
learned
gotta-
man and I'm
yeah.
empathetic. And you're saying something that 10 years from now will get you blacklisted.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes. There's no,
Yeah.
It's also
It's just the way it goes.
words a lot, like
just a message in a bottle.
like where it's you shouldn't call people homeless. You should call them unhoused.
Yes.
I'm like, what's really the difference there? Who am I?
It does feel like a semantic thing.
Yeah.
Where it's different words to say the same thing.
yeah.
I feel like if the community is vying for it, like the community themselves, then maybe you can have a conversation about it. But having a lot of interactions with those type of people running the old club, because we were
Yeah.
right by the shelter, I don't think that's even in the top 5 things they're concerned about.
Well, I think they're probably more concerned with getting a house.
That's what I'm talking
Right.
about.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's one of those. That's one of those weird
Getting a
like
home.
language policing things that happens by people that aren't a part of it.
That's what happened
Also-
with Latinx. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of like a large breadth of like Hispanic people are like, we have a gendered language. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And we never we didn't say, hey, Latinx from now on.
No, they don't. A lot of them
Like some
Don't
white
like
guy
it.
did that. And
Yeah.
they're like, but we don't thank you, but
It's in the language.
Yeah, it's
Latina,
the way it is.
Latino.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And some super liberals like it's Latinx now. I don't know.
And then now you're in a weird place as like a seemingly well-meaning liberal person now dictating to a minority culture how they should run the language.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
that's
kind
why
of the
Donald
whole
Trump is president
Yes,
right now.
yeah.
100%.
That's kind of a whole problem in and of itself,
Yeah.
says the man in track pants.
Oh boy.
Have you noticed Alex's t-shirt, by the way?
I have. I was first thing I mentioned to him.
Artie gets a lot of love on this.
He does.
This here program.
It's fun. There's 2 Artie Bucco t-shirts on the show.
And 2 very cool in their own way Artie Bucco shirts. Like his is not a ripoff of your style.
No, it's
Yours was like
Now,
a
Toll got
state
that shirt. I'm
fair.
like, well, I can't have that shirt now, but I can get the Vesuvio shirt.
It just looks like a classy restaurant shirt. You'd be like, oh, is that a New
Oh
York
yeah.
place?
Also, that my Artie Bucco shirt. I like the shirts that Sarah's got me. So my Chris Moltisanti shirt and my Artie Bucco shirt. I was like, I better get Sarah a shirt like this.
Yes.
So I did, but it's me on the shirt.
It is
Pretty great.
amazing. And you could sell those.
And we will.
Yeah.
I think you could sell 50 of those t-shirts fast, I bet.
And I think it's because I gave Sarah that shirt on Valentine's Day, and her parents had come over to help her start packing or whatever. And her dad was like, "I see Toll's on this shirt. Who are these other 2 guys?" Both also me.
Got his
so that was
ass.
fun. Yeah.
Doesn't it have some funny little inscription on it?
Yeah.
Like always your man.
This shirt is mine, and so is he. Is what it says.
Put a picture of that t-shirt in post.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
As our legion of listeners grows, we'll definitely get some sort of. We've threatened it for a long time, but a merch store would be fun.
Yeah.
Because we have lots of ideas. That much we do know.
Lots.
And then we have just some classic designs like that, where it was basically the Toll version of like Dream On Ladies. Me and my man as like Looney Tune characters. You two. I have a note here I did want to address. Squirting, by the way,
Yeah.
Okay.
is definitely piss, and frankly, I'm cool with it. You know,
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Who gives a shit what it is? Right? We're having fun.
I remember.
No one's getting hurt here.
Except your mattress.
it's already been heard.
Do we? Yeah. And then if that is perchance to happen or happens frequently, I guess we flip the mattress. And then it happens, and you're like, I guess we.
Then you flip it over, and there's already mushrooms on that side. You're like, yikes!
I guess we flip it again. I don't know.
Just keep flipping.
Or we just sleep in this.
We stand it tall ways.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we're sleeping on the
we'll
floor
make a
tonight.
fort out of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make a lean-to.
I remember. Yeah. It seems to. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it didn't used to happen. Like ever suddenly, I don't know.
It's in vogue now.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like eating ass.
It just happens
Yeah.
spontaneously.
Yeah.
Well, and eating ass, I think, is maybe not saying that people haven't done it for eon, but I think it's really taken an uptick with hygiene. You know what I mean?
True.
I don't know if you-
definitely.
You weren't eating ass quite like they do
And I'm
now.
not letting anybody eat my ass.
Yeah, if you're
see
eating,
about
if you're
that.
eating ass in the 70s, you'd have to have one of those
Scuba gear.
one of those crab bibs on and goggles.
A welder's mask.
Yeah, welder's mask.
And a comb.
Yeah.
Get through here. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Yeah.
I feel like best case scenario was
Oh,
like
someone's already here. I'm sorry.
didn't see you though. At best, everyone was like scissoring their pubes, right?
I was
Like
like,
sort of.
it's annoying to me that like the Trump right seems to have commandeered ass eating.
What?
They're all you see like in small towns. I see the bumper sticker that says "I eat ass." I'm like,
It is like a.
you would have been ashamed of that 15 years ago.
Yeah.
10. Like you would have been like, oh, you would have shot the guy with that bumper sticker.
Yeah, you would get pulled over and put in jail. And
Yeah.
like, get that guy out of here.
Yeah.
I eat ass. What are we talking about?
Well, if it's an I eat ass on like a large lifted truck, that's just this generation's
I have seen-
shocker symbol.
Right.
I have
basically.
seen like, not like a little bumper sticker on a big truck that says I eat ass. I've seen like full window displays.
Like
where you're
a-
like, what are you doing?
a wrap.
Yes, like driving down the interstate and it's like, okay,
Yes.
what? Who's driving this truck?
Yeah.
It's a
I always
giant mouth.
I judge bumper
Right.
stickers.
That guy
hard.
pulls up and he's your Uber
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're hopping out of the I eat ass truck. I wouldn't be too worried.
That would
No.
be fucking hilarious. Just get a car, like a nice car, and wrap it in I eat ass messaging. Run that as an Uber and just pick people up.
I'd
Get
rather
about a block down the road and be like looking in the mirror. So what are you doing tonight?
Like Travis Bickle.
Yeah, I hate that. There's the bumper sticker I hate the most that I've seen more than once is powered by bitch dust.
Bitch
Like,
dust?
first of all, what does that mean? It means you're a bitch, I guess. And you're proud of
Dusty bitch?
it. Yeah. Like nothing about this bumper sticker is likable, which maybe is the point, I guess. But
I think someone who has that probably is looking to be a little abrasive,
Yeah.
maybe a little coarse.
yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
I've seen it more than once.
I'll see ones where it's like MILF Hunter, things
Yeah.
like that. Or those ones I'm like, I got a little time for that. But
Yeah.
I like the funny ones. They're like, don't honk at me. My dad died. Like,
Yeah.
This, like,
Those are, that's fine. Yeah.
nothing wrong with
Yeah.
the best in the biz is Winslow Dumaine. He has a whole web store to bumper stickers and tchotchkes with hilarious messages on
Yeah.
them. He's a Chicago comedian. Winslow Dumaine, look him up. Some of the best in the biz.
These are ones like he makes and sells.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I like that business model.
Yeah, it's great too. Yeah.
Don't honk, my dad died. Yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely see some funny ones. I've not seen that bitch dust one.
I haven't seen bitch dust.
Yeah.
I feel like Iowans, I don't know. I guess I don't spend a lot of time driving around other states, but I feel like Iowans love to have stupid bumper stickers and stupid vanity plates that don't mean anything.
Yeah. A lot of vanity plates.
A lot of vanity plates. I saw one of the guys driving a black car and his license plate said black car. It's like, what are you doing?
If you have a neon green car, I do believe in Iowa you are required to have vanity plates.
Yeah.
They all do.
Yeah, because if you're already going, because at that point you probably custom ordered the neon green, because most dealers aren't just going to have that, right? Because most people don't want a car that obnoxious.
Right.
So you custom order the VW Bug in lime green, then you're like, I got to get the $400 vanity plates.
Oh, I Googled some funny bumper stickers, by the way, and some of these are I had my entire ass eaten at Toyotathon.
Now that's an ass bumper
It's
sticker I
funny,
can get
dude.
behind.
That is me too. There's one with a big fat black cat walking on a snake that says, "Oh Lord, he treading." One with Jesus. This one is funny. He is risen, but risen is spelled Rizzin.
Riz. Are these
That's
Winslow's?
Time for
funny.
Easter.
Yeah.
Are these Winslow's?
I don't know.
No, these are
okay.
I just Googled images of funny bumper stickers. Diarrhea Queen. That's all
See, I
right.
would like that.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'd be like, this girl is honest up front, that she has IBS. I like that.
I'd rather be secretly modifying a. I thought it might be funny.
Yeah, they can't all be winners.
On my way to Flavortown.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like there has been a drop off. Maybe it's because of car resale that people
Maybe.
aren't stickering them like they used to.
I feel like I see more.
Really?
Yeah, I see some just totally covered.
That's, I guess, yeah. I'll see someone who has a ton. It's either like you have it, all of them, or none. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. It's like tattoos. Once you get one, you're like,
Yes.
well, now we're.
Then they're
Exactly.
meaningless. When you get a bunch of them, yeah.
when it's the whole rear
yeah.
hatchback window.
Yeah. When it's a whole, it's always a rear hatchback, and I'll see the coexist one. I'm like, I don't need to read the rest. I
Yeah.
get it. I know what's going on here.
You'll see a Bernie sticker from whatever.
Yeah.
From like
2016.
Yeah, 2008.
I did not even a bit, but a while. Like when you see Priuses with Bernie stickers on them, I'm like, we already got it. We knew who you were voting for, bud. Yeah. If you honk at me, I will kill myself.
That's one of my favorites.
Mine should be. I would get if you honk at me, I will kill you. I'll think about it all day, and I'll murder you in your sleep. That'll be my bumper sticker.
Also, how's my driving?
Those are some good, but yeah,
Yeah.
fun stuff.
We're the Bumper Sticker Podcast.
That's right.
But I mean, we spend so much time in cars. I guess it makes sense that people would start kind of decorating them almost like you do your own place.
That's true. I probably see more bumpers. I'm in a car
Yeah.
driving around the state all day, every day.
I would love to see inside of your work truck or van.
Yeah. Not
Because it's
very
like
exciting.
only yours, right? Like
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
else. So it's
No.
fully like toll.
Oh.
It's like a
Yeah, it's
wok
not-
that's been
Yes,
that's been making
yes.
lo mein at the same restaurant for 20 years. Seasoned to you.
Oh yeah.
I used to have a rubber black sheep hanging from the mirror that I found in a parking lot.
That's cool.
But that's otherwise
Bunch of
cleaner than you'd expect.
a bunch of Jesus statues all over the front
That might
console.
surprise you guys.
Bunch of hula girls. Yeah, because it's almost like when you go to someone else's house, like as a kid for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, like I had a friend who was like because a car is freedom when you're like 15, 16, especially in like a smaller town like I was in. So my friend who was a year older than me, he basically lived in it. Like he would light a candle in the car.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
where I'm like, this is like
Pours
This
himself a
is
drink.
yours. This is your territory.
domain.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially as a young person because
Yeah.
you don't have your own place yet. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it was like walking into his little store or something. Yeah, there'd be a candle like in the cup holder lit. I'd never seen that. I haven't seen it since. That's the only time I've ever.
Bold move.
It's hilarious though, where I'm like, it does smell nice, like being in a car with a fucking candle
Fuck yeah,
lit.
dude.
I would love if I got in a car and like the whole front console just had like candles all melted together into it, like it's a regular thing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hell yeah,
Like
let's
an
light
old-
those up.
Those cathedral candles or whatever.
Yes,
they're
just all melted.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
That's about it's changed though. Kids don't really, as far as I've known, kids don't really care about driving or getting their own car these days.
That's so unthinkable.
It's
to
all
me.
about. I mean, with the culture of the phone, I feel like cars have kind of. They genuinely don't seem to care.
It's all about transportation for us when we were kids. Like
Yeah.
instead of getting an iPhone when I was 12, I would have wanted a BMX bike because like that's my
Yes.
passport to the fucking world.
Yes.
I can get anywhere now.
Yeah.
I can ride this thing to Canada if I want
Yep.
to.
And with pegs, me and a friend can go.
That's right. One on the handlebars, pegs,
Yep.
Yeah.
locked and loaded.
Yeah.
We're going to Ottawa.
We'd really, I mean, yeah. Or just a Razor scooter. You're like, I'm at least twice as fast as I was before.
Yeah.
Think about the places I can go. And
Yeah, I remember when early, like riding your bike, being like, "Damn, you could really ride your bike." Like my parents just let me leave on my bike, and I'd be like, "We could like ride our bikes to the mall." I remember doing that and being like, "Whoa," feeling like
Yeah,
like I
there's
was
traffic
being
around.
subversive.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit!
Look at me.
In reality, it's like a mile and a half away, but
Yeah.
it's like it
Cars
felt like,
whizzing by. Whoa.
yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. Riding my bike to
Oh,
McDonald's.
a thrill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember the first time being at the Ames Mall, like just me and my friends, no parents.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just let loose on the mall. Like
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we just drove one town over
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, we can eat as many pretzel bites as we want.
Yep.
We can go to the Dollar Theater. That was
Yep.
back when they had the
I can
Oh, yeah.
I can
I love
stare
that.
I can stare at those posters in Spencer's as long as I want.
That's
Oh.
right.
put my hands on the the lightning ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Zap, zap.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
I'm like Raiden. Yeah. Look at like felt black light posters of mushrooms and hot ladies.
Oh yeah.
My mom would never let me have one of these.
Walk past Victoria's Secret repeatedly.
Yep.
Stare for a
Just
while.
get a whiff of the perfume. You're like,
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
feeling a little anxious at the mall.
Yeah. I think I need to go home.
My stomach hurts.
Yeah. Oh, man. To think that wouldn't be a part of growing up anymore.
Unthinkable.
This is such like you know, old head type shit to talk about. But
is.
I think Valley West Mall just got sold. It's going
Crazy.
down. It's done for. Not sold. I think it's just closed. It's completely closed.
I did see that.
Because being between Merle Hay and Jordan Creek fucking
Choked it out.
killed Valley West Mall.
Yeah.
Because Merle Hay has been hanging on a little.
Yeah.
Mall stores these days, it's like grandma's Raggedy Ann dolls. You're like,
Yeah,
you're paying rent.
that's at Merle. But Jordan Creek is still
It's a real
busy.
mall. It's a
hopping.
real mall.
Yeah.
But it's because they have enough of like whatever Zara and these like niche retailers that certain ladies want and shit. You know?
Talk about niche retailers. That's Merle Hay Mall is like
So niche.
yeah.
Merle Hay has where it's like come to the Nightmare Factory.
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
It's like these weird. It's almost like
There's 2 stores in here that sell swords. Yeah. Like, what the hell's going on?
this one's katanas only.
Yeah.
Strictly European sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, broadsword, a pike.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's an Asian sword store and then the European sword store.
Right, the Vikings.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
And
funny.
They need a Middle Eastern sword store.
It's
though.
coming. Don't worry.
Those are my favorite ones. The ones that have more like a bend.
Yeah,
Size.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like a scimitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a little Diablo too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I guess the phone, in between communication, the ability just to get a hold of people, as well as just via video and shit.
And it's addictive. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
people don't want to be with each other in person
You don't
anymore,
have to
and
be.
all of our brains are broken because of it.
yeah.
And even if you like want to be, now it's like, oh, let's just hop on Twitch or we'll do FaceTime and stuff, where I'll do FaceTime for certain things, maybe work shit, but to me it's like the phone basically should be like voice or text only almost, and then you meet the people in real life. That's what you're supposed
Now,
to
my
do.
kids growing up, they would put their friends on FaceTime and then just fart around and do nothing and talk.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
talking
like,
about.
go to the other. What are you doing?
Hang out together.
Yeah. Like, no, they just pop it on. They're just listening to each other and like,
Oh, I dated a girl years ago that when I was done with work, she wanted to FaceTime every day. And I was like, whew, this ain't going to work.
I'll tell you this, sweetie.
Yeah. Just
Every day,
every day when I got off work, FaceTime.
just wanted to like recap the day with you.
I was like,
That's not really my thing.
yeah.
I'll send you a couple links later.
Yeah.
Don't-
Yeah. I'm more of like send you a couple funny reels
Yes.
at 12 at night.
That's exact move.
Just to let you know I'm thinking of you.
Yeah.
After I did 6 hours of thinking about myself. That is funny. But I mean, that's like, I think I talked about it on here maybe, but when I knew I only had a certain amount of minutes in text messages, I would always have like 30 or 60 messages so I could say good morning and good night
that's
to my
right.
girlfriend every day. Because if I didn't,
Yeah. You had a bank.
there was hell to pay.
Yeah.
Something wrong? You show up to school, she's acting different, like not talking to you at the locker and stuff. And you're like, what did I do? Then you open the phone. Oh, I didn't send the good morning text.
No.
Fuck. No way we're going to be able to
Doghouse.
make out at lunch then.
No, you blew it.
Did you do that? Make out at lunch?
Oh, we do all sorts of stuff, Toll. Those were some of the best thrills of my life.
I didn't date anyone in high school ever the whole time.
That's so crazy. I mean,
I was a shy fella, as we've discussed.
I could not wait to get out. I mean, I guess maybe you still did too. You were just shy, but
What?
I just couldn't wait to get out there and start dating.
I couldn't.
You know?
That's all. I mean, it was literally the only thing I thought about.
Yeah. Just
But it was-
boring of tunnel through your brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Just
is
a
why.
searing hot poker
Where
going
it's
through
like
your brain.
I couldn't.
That's where
I
the
was
shyness
like,
came from,
yeah,
probably.
I couldn't. Yeah, it's almost a dysfunctional degree.
Yeah. Because it sounds like you played sports. You were, funny, I'm sure.
I was funny to my friends, funny in class occasionally, but mostly just
But you had
quiet
potential.
and sweaty.
There's no
Yeah.
reason. What I'm saying is, as a guy who didn't have that much going for him, to be honest, me, I was able to get
find
like,
out later.
You should have
I'm
been
like,
able to
people
get
were
laid.
like, "What the hell were you doing in high school?" It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I was scared.
Don't know.
yeah. No.
You had
Bunch
the
of
potential to be
sophomore
making out at
girls when I was a senior. There was like a bunch of sophomore girls that were like, it was like a little club of girls. I found that out later, and I was like,
a Toll fan club.
"The fuck, yeah."
Tell me I could have banged all you. Yeah, that's always funny to find that out.
Yeah. Oh well.
Nowadays, I know people that work in public schools nowadays, and kids are always fucking in school.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're busting them all the time. They know where the cameras are and where they aren't, until they'll sneak off in a little.
Well, that's what brains
all
are,
the time.
Yeah,
Yep.
the phones have also broken kids' brains in that they can start looking at porno when they're 12.
Yeah, but honestly, I will say, and I'm not a great example because I did have an interesting life. I did see it around that age too, and that was pre-smartphone,
Yeah.
like magazines though. So I think
Yeah.
maybe it just
But I think the smartphone changes it because I had
definitely
seen
does.
it also.
Yeah.
I had seen it at that point, but I hadn't I'd
access is
found the
different.
porn in the woods. Having constant access to pornography is
yeah, that is different.
like, knowing how anal works when you're 14.
So that's how it works.
yeah. Would be like, okay. yeah.
And obviously, you're going to want to try it probably because it's all fascinating when you're that young. That's
In
what I'm
theory.
When I was
Yeah.
14,
It's all
I would have
theoretical.
put my dick, if I could have kept a cat held properly, you know what I mean? Like,
Zoom in on his face. Well, you got the leopard
there is-
eventually.
Yeah.
That
Like,
leopard stayed still.
Yeah. It sure did.
Took it like a champ.
I've been
Yeah.
watching Big Mouth, I'm a streaming boy now, and there's one character that fucks his pillow. And his pillow gets pregnant and has a kid, and it turns out it's his brother's kid.
That is fucking funny.
It was funny. Yeah, it's really fucked up.
There's kid.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to raise this baby.
Fellow baby.
yeah.
That is fucking funny.
Man.
I mean, there's something. I mean, sometimes I feel like I over nostalgize my life, But it's so. I mean, it's just such a funny time,
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
movies about that era.
The farther you get away from it too, the more you look back, you're just like, Jesus Christ.
It's so funny. Like it's such ripe territory because, like I wonder why it's covered so much. I'm like, is that people not wanting to get older or something? But it's just a funny ass time.
Yeah.
It's
It's a weird time. We're different ages, but not like AJ is a different generation than Alex, but I'm not. I'm the sort of the same generation as both of you.
Yeah, you bridge the gap.
Yeah. And it's just, we all kind of lived through the transition from analog to digital in the whole world.
But at different places in our life, which
Yes.
is what's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Alex basically really got to see the big bang of the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I was sort of in it.
Yeah. The primordial version of it.
Yeah. Alex was there when it was just mollusks.
Yeah.
And, things like that. And bugs.
Hadn't evolved yet.
Yeah. Multi-celled internet organisms.
Yeah.
I remember the internet before viruses. I remember it before any sort of cyber protection. It was just,
Wow.
no one had even got that far yet.
I remember getting
Someone had
excited
to think
about
of
what did they call, what the hell, where you get like game demos
Oh, yeah.
on like floppy disks. So you could play like 2 levels of Doom or something. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to install the computer-
Shareware. Remember
Yeah,
shareware?
shareware.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was always exciting.
Oh, I love a floppy disk.
I remember getting Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the computer game, from the Scholastic Book Fair.
Good use
And
of
I'm
your
not
money.
kidding you. Well, it was educational because it was time travel, but
I got this.
Because it was time travel.
and I'm not kidding. It was 20 discs. It would be like
Oh, yeah.
every time you did anything, it'd be like, all right, now put in disc 11.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Then you'd answer a question and be like, okay.
Where's number 11?
Yeah. Put in disc 5. Like, Wait for
reading.
Yeah.
360K of information.
I think the computer's overheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta let her cool down. Transistors are heating up.
Yep. I can see you now. I got this poster of a F-16 fighter jet, and I got 16 floppy disks of Doom.
Yeah.
That's a good night. That's a good book fair haul.
Yeah.
I got all the Hardy
Oh,
Boy
man.
collection.
Oh, I did have a lot of Hardy Boys books. I couldn't tell you about a single one of them.
Nah. I always like the covers.
Oh, the cover sold it.
Yeah, the cover, I was like, I got the whole story. I don't really need to read
They'd
it.
always be like two
Looks
boys
pretty cool.
near a cave doing something.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
I feel like those type of covers are, or maybe they're still in a young adult fiction and I just don't read it. But like Goosebumps, that original run, Sam's a huge Goosebumps head.
yeah.
I mean, those are like, I would have paintings of those almost, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them are so cool looking.
For my age, it was Choose Your Own Adventure books. They came out in like the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Check out some of those covers. Those things sold books. You get to choose your own. You're like, all right, if you want to make romantic overtures to the werewolf, go to page 63. You're like, yes.
Yes.
Then you skip ahead, be like, no, fuck that. I'm making the other choice.
Yeah.
And go to page 21.
Well, of course you did. You always did. Always.
What?
You would read all of the choices.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this book was a ripoff.
Yeah.
You choose one, and it would be like turn to the last page.
Yeah, you're like, ah, fuck.
What the hell? Yeah.
Some more shit.
Yeah. Where the hell the pirates at? Shit.
Yeah. I feel like I spent a lot of time, and I don't think it was because I was trying to run away from my family, to be clear. But my era of young adult fiction, books like Hatchet, I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that one, and like Boxcar Children.
Yeah.
It was always kids,
Boxcar Children.
it was always
Ooh,
kids like,
classic.
running away, sort
Yeah.
of, you know, like
Oh, yeah.
going out on their own.
The Boxcar Children were orphans, though, weren't they?
But they were sort of forging their way
Yeah,
on their
yeah.
own.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
doing their own thing.
Yeah, because Hatchet, it's like he didn't mean to be out there. I guess the plane crashed, I think, but still, it was like survivalist kids stuff. Where I don't know if that's still a genre like it used to be. But
I don't know. That's that is what the books were all about back then. Was
Yeah.
getting,
Now it's like dystopian survival,
Yeah,
I suppose.
Pornhub
Hunger
is
Games.
taking over the world.
Yeah.
You and your friends stranded.
you must battle against jerkmates. The evil, powerful entity.
Yeah, jerkmate.
Have you ever gone to Jerkmate?
Actually, no.
I never
not.
had. Considering how many times I've seen it advertised,
and it tries to make you go there.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
please.
It makes the X button small as possible, so you're
Yeah.
like basically having to hit their
Yeah.
ad in order to close it.
Yeah. Where are they getting all this advertising money? Speaking of, okay, this is, I was going to try to write a bit about this, but I don't have a bit. But I've been maybe I've been talking about OnlyFans too much out loud, but now I'm getting advertised, like directly advertised OnlyFans reality shows. So there's like an OnlyFans cooking show and an OnlyFans golf show that I keep getting ads for. And I'm like, so now they're having a competitive porn cooking show and a competitive porn golfing show. But they're not doing porn in the show. It's just well-known OnlyFans porn actresses competitively cooking.
So it's like Alexis Texas and Misty Stone.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I saw one, and she's like, I'm good at following instructions. I'm not great at making things up, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
I'm like, who's tuning in to watch you guys cook? And I was like, I need to watch this.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued. Actually.
Yeah. It just seems odd that
Yeah, where is
But there's comedians doing shit on OnlyFans.
where is
too.
what's OnlyFans trying to do then? Where are they trying to move to? Because they clearly aren't happy with just pornography if they're
I don't know
doing
how
reality
they
shows.
Be. They make so much money off that.
Well, you could also watch, because I was like, what the hell? And it was like, watch a sample video or whatever. And I was like, because this was on Facebook or Instagram or something. And then it was like the entirety of an episode. It was like 23 minutes. I was like, so I can watch these porn actresses cook for 23 minutes? Like a whole entire episode of a show. I don't. It was just.
Well, I've got some time.
Yeah, I'm like, are they famous enough that this is what I want to watch?
Yeah, how would you be? I mean, if you
Am I interested enough in their outside lives, outside of seeing them take it up the pooper, that I want to watch them cook some tater tot casserole?
yeah,
As someone who is
the
still off
answer
porn,
might surprise you.
That's the question
Or maybe not
OnlyFans is
surprise you.
posing. Yeah. Do I want to watch these ladies golf?
I kind of do.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it would depend on who they were. If it was somebody, like Alexis Texas or Gianna Michaels, where I almost have like grown up with her, it
Yeah.
feels like in a way. Even as someone who doesn't watch porn anymore, like even something like the AVN Awards, I would be kind of interested, like just to meet them, and be like, you don't know me, but I know you.
yeah. Pretty deeply, if you know what I'm talking about.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan of your work.
Yeah.
It would be kind of, I mean, I bet some of them are very cool people.
Sure.
That's what I'm going to guess. This is me simping for
You just talked yourself into it.
AJ goes to the AVN Awards, I guess. It's probably a little straight. It smells like spray tan, I imagine, you know?
I bet there's a lot of smells.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. For real. We should
It
go
would
back to
be
Vegas.
No Sleep
though.
Goes to the AVN Awards.
There we
Can
go.
we get press passes?
Yeah, can we let us present
Yeah.
best three-way.
I think that Sarah would let me go.
It's like a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'm sure there's limitations on nudity with it in that way, you know?
Yeah,
They might be
I mean, it's not like a
scantily-
big Roman orgy going
No.
on. It's just, I mean,
They have booths. You go to the
Right.
booth.
Like, oh, this is a nice one. Yeah.
Maybe some two model fleshlights on sale. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
I've never actually seen, I don't think I've seen a fleshlight in person.
I had an off-brand fleshlight like 20 some years ago.
A Model T
Yeah,
fleshlight.
yeah.
the Flash Knight.
It was just a gooey thing that you held in your hand, and
Huh.
it felt pretty shameful, to be honest. But that was also a different time. I was a younger man that probably felt more shame
Yeah.
than I do now, I suppose.
Yeah. You feel less shame as you get older, I
Yeah.
think, in that way. You're like, I like
One of my
what I-
first bits was about that thing, actually, long ago. About feeling bad about doing that and jizzing so hard I broke a window.
Just trying to remember where it went. There we go.
yeah. And then feeling bad about it.
What happened?
It's not true. It was coming out like a machine gun. Yeah.
I pictured you like putting your head
No.
through a window like,
Yeah.
in ecstasy
Yeah.
somehow.
Oh, man.
God damn. Did you nut from it? Like,
Oh, yeah. And I really
Nice.
did.
As
And I
advertised.
instantly was like, ugh.
What have I done?
Yeah, like gross.
I don't even want to look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And half an hour later, you're like, let me clean that thing up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I talked to you like that.
Cleaning off her little jelly boobs.
Yeah. Oh, was
Because
it
it did
like,
have a body.
It had
Oh,
a
it-
body?
Yeah. had a little
It was just
body.
a shape, like they poured it into a mold that was shaped like a naked lady and made of gack.
how big was it? I mean,
This is because your dangus went all the way through it.
wow.
So it was like a sleeve.
like a little action figure
Sleeve,
sleeve.
like a gooey sleeve shaped like a naked lady.
Huh. That'd be
And
very
the
tiny.
end of it
lady.
was shaped like a hoo-ha.
Huh. You still got this thing?
Yeah.
No, I threw it away with all the porno that I put in the garbage can shamefully. Should have put it in the woods. That would have been the best day ever, that thing too.
Yep.
If you're fucking in like 7th grade and you found a giant bag. Well, see, now with
That's like
iPhones, I don't think it
Blackbeard's
matters
treasure.
as much. But yeah, if I was a kid and I found a giant bag of porn and a used pocket pussy, I'd have been
See you
like,
in a few years.
yeah.
I live here now.
I wouldn't even have watched it.
Oh, God.
God damn. Did you have to like set it on the counter or something?
No, you just held it.
Oh, okay. It wasn't so big that you had to like.
No, it was like literally handheld, like a
Wow.
like a D sleeve.
Like a tall boy?
Yeah, not even
An
that,
extra
not even
tall
that
boy?
long.
Oh.
More like this. In fact,
So would you poke out of the other side?
yeah.
You'd be like,
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and then you could jizz out of it
Oh, that's
instead of
nice.
into it.
that's good kind of engineering.
Yeah,
That's great. Some real minds worked on.
Whereas
that thing.
like a fleshlight, just it's all you gotta.
Yeah.
I
Couple-
think you gotta
couple
stick a
scientists.
hose in there every once in a while, and
Yeah, in your backyard with the garden hose,
Yeah.
hosing off your.
Yeah.
like, hey neighbors,
Got 5 or 6 of them all
the
out.
jizzer's full.
Hanging them up on the clothesline. Don't mind me.
Let's get a little cleaning done.
Springtime, you know. That actually reminds me of a note I had on here. I'm kind of wondering, is it wise for us to not have genitals on the dolls? Isn't that kind of weirder in a way that you would, like, as a child, see a little girl doll and it not have genitals? You know,
I think you can't win either way. On it.
Yeah, the explaining
You know?
you'd have to do for a Ken doll with a dick would be like, here, Susie, I got you Barbie and Ken.
but it made me think of like, I bet there was a time, maybe those initial prototypes where they did put a dick on it.
Maybe.
And those
yeah.
boardrooms must have been hilarious.
Oh, that was a big discussion over at Mattel at some point.
Yeah. There was
Oh, we have to. Like, very passionate.
Yeah.
We have to have the cocks on these babies. We just have to.
it's anatomically correct.
Well, with baby dolls, maybe they. I don't know. That would maybe make more. That would make sense.
I feel like it makes
suppose.
sense in a way, right? That
especially if you got the ones that pee and poop.
Right.
like you're doing everything except it's so weird just to blur that part of the anatomy. And also like if there's nothing wrong with it, why wouldn't you show? You
Well,
know?
because then the discussion is they're like, fine, we'll put a penis on it. And like, well, how big is it? You're like,
Yeah.
I want it to
and
be big.
Yeah, right, exactly.
One guy really wants it to be big. He's gonna die on that hill.
That's what I'm saying. No one, they're like, we're not having this discussion. There'll be nothing there. Put a pair of
Beating
pants
over.
on them. Yeah,
We're just gonna make a weird bald spot,
yeah. Fuck it.
like an alien.
We're gonna punt the ball on this one. We're gonna
Let
table
someone else
this.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I think the diaper changing babies for the baby classes I took, those had genitals.
That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
yeah, that's a science.
But then
learning
at
class.
that, I was like, why do these need these? What difference does it make?
And why is this baby's dick so big?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why can't I get it out
Why
of my
is it-
mouth?
God damn. Yeah. Because like having nieces and nephews, I have watched every single one of them as kids. At some point when they get the dolls, the first thing they do is pull the pants off to
What the
look.
hell's going
Yeah.
on here?
You know what I mean? Like, so they want to know too. It's weird, you know?
Yeah.
It's a strange thing. I don't know. Yeah, there's not a good answer to
Yeah,
it.
there is no good answer. Yeah.
Giant hog on a baby doll would be hilarious. Big droopy balls.
Yeah. Ken's penis is clearly going down the left side of his leg. You're like, well, geez.
The sausage patch doll. Stupid.
Sausage patch. Oh, goddamn. What do you think, Sam? How we doing today?
Doing good.
Thanks, buddy. Just wanted to let her chime in a little.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
he helped
for
us
sure.
out today.
Of
That's
course.
nice. And it's
It
a beautiful
is.
day. There's a lot of places he could have been
Yep.
Yeah.
in this because it is gorgeous out.
I think it's hilarious that I'm like, sorry, Sarah, I can't help unpack. And then I come to do this podcast, which she will later listen to. And she was like, this is what you couldn't unpack for.
Yeah.
Doll penises
Yeah.
and fucking pocket pussies.
We talked about the pocket pussy for 15 minutes. Leave the baby alone. We appreciate Sarah's willingness to let you come.
Yes.
Yep.
And her, of all people, the podcast is very important to her. So
Yeah.
She knows.
she knows.
She knows.
And it's afterwards, I'm going to go get the van, try to recruit one of you boys to help me move a fish tank.
So is the fish tank currently in its full regular state?
Full regular state. I think I'm going to try to empty it about 2/3 of the way and move it with the fish in it.
I think
What could go
Don't
wrong?
know.
I think
So many things.
I think if you were to do it the proper way, you would have a small tank that you set up.
I have a small
and get
tank
it
set up.
and put the water, like get it set so that's normal. Dump all the fish into that. Move the regular one and basically reset it because that thing's going to shake and get all crazy.
I know. And I do have a small tank in our old house. I don't know.
My idea was you just pour everything into a garbage bag.
I know.
Knot it off.
Perfect.
Throw it over your shoulder.
Make sure it's like a hefty though.
Yeah.
So it can handle it.
Yeah. Like one of those construction bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Well, because my first thought was like, could we, scoop the fish out, put them into something that isn't as heavy.
Bag each one up individually in like a Walmart.
Maybe
bag.
I can do if I can
Then
move the
shot
fish
back
tank.
the water out of the old water out of that, the OG one.
Yeah, but the problem is I need some of the water, the water that's already good to go, because otherwise new tap water,
Yeah, that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
ain't great for fish, and it can and it turns cloudy, and I'm like, fuck.
So could we do like a 50-50 mix of it?
I don't even know if it's gonna be that much. I don't know. I don't.
How about we just start over with a whole new system? And
That's why I considered I considered
Fish
like
tank
maybe
comes
I'd
with
buy
the
a new
house.
tank.
yeah.
I take all the other stuff that goes with it,
That does actually sound pretty appealing.
but because the tank itself isn't that expensive.
Yeah.
I've got an old.
Because then you could almost do
Actually-
the plastic bag trick.
I'm gonna do. I think I've got the old fish tank that maybe I could just put all the fish in
Be a little temporary housing.
just to move them,
Yeah.
and then I can take more water and bring more of the good water. I don't know. It's I've never moved a fish tank this big before.
Did you do a YouTube search on that? I'm sure there's.
I didn't because I was like, what are they? I'm sure they'll have, and it'll be like some fucking fish nerds will be like, you have to, down to the.
Now you just keep scrolling. Get to the third page.
Yeah.
And there'll be some dudes like, first of all you need is a garbage bag. And I'm like, yes. Show me how you did it, buddy.
Yes.
I know it's possible.
Yeah.
When they open it with first of all, that's when you know.
Yeah.
Everyone pretending to be experts. This is the real one.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot. I know so little about fish that I can bring you some brawn, some
Yeah.
muscle, but
That's one thing you haven't moved before out of all the stuff you've moved and hauled around.
Oh, you should have seen the movers freak out when they saw it. They were like, nobody told us about this.
The fish tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, well, I mean, there you go.
Yeah. Move it.
sounds like a you problem.
It is funny. We didn't have them move the two hardest things to move.
What else?
The pinball machine.
Oh, the pinball machine.
Goddamn nightmare.
You're going to bring that along?
Yeah. I don't. I
It's
Googled.
historic.
A bunch of guys I work with didn't realize I owned a pinball machine. They were like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, it's like a classic. It's a high speed. It's one of the all-time classic pinball machines." And then I Googled high speed just out of curiosity, and a restored. How much do you think a restored high speed pinball machine goes for?
What year is it from?
80, early to mid 80s.
$15,000.
AJ, it was $16,000.
Wow.
I was like, damn, that's worth a restoration right there.
Yeah, restoration costs $15,000.
Well, it's
25,000.
I remember back many years ago when I was still like pre-drinking age. I think the pinball machine repairman was like $160 an hour.
Yeah. Oh God, I can.
Yeah,
Well, such a niche job.
so niche, and how often is that guy working?
A lot of, with places like Up Down and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably more than he used to.
That's how when I worked at the rec room and installed pool tables and delivered pinball machines and shuffleboards. The guy that ran that place started as restored pinball machines and repaired them.
It's a great background to have in that business. Yeah. And but it is one of those things where you could make a shitload of money and there's a lot of work, but there's probably only enough for like 5 guys in the whole country to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like we got it.
Yes.
We got it covered.
So it's one of the,
We can charge whatever the fuck we want.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with it now? Is it?
I don't know. I don't. I'd have to turn it on.
There's no like broken glass or anything.
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I've
But
ever
there's
even seen it.
probably
Did you try just hitting
rusty wires. I don't even know.
hit
It
it?
might just work. I don't know. It's been a long time though.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, just the construction of them alone is so cool.
Yeah.
Like just the whole,
Especially the OG, like with it doesn't have the digital screen or anything.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just, it's fucking awesome. I not to brag, but one time I took the glass off of it and decided I was going to get the higher than the machine, the like the pre-entered high score. Mm-hmm. It took, so I was like, kept doing the bonus, sticking the balls.
I was gonna say you're just throwing the ball, right? Yeah.
Well, guess what? I got so good at this fucking pinball machine that I beat that score actually playing it.
I was gonna say.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
God damn.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome too. That's something that, like, that's the type of game, unlike like the modern ones that just haven't seemed to catch me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a modern game system.
Right.
That's a game that I think would suck me in if I had.
Oh yeah.
I used to
love pinball.
take like on sick days I would take a sick day from school and stand at that pinball machine all day long. I would go to bed at night and see pinball
Yeah,
when
right.
I close my eyes.
Yep.
And I would get like
Pinball wizard.
my friends would come over to go out on like a Friday night during high school, and everybody meet at my house, and we come in and play pinball, and then half the time we'd end up not doing anything because we just stood there and played pinball all night long.
That's it.
So I should
That's
definitely
a good life.
get it going. It was amazing.
It's the ultimate fidget machine. Just put one of those in your
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
Get off your phone. Just ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
And there's like just enough physical
Yeah.
part to it because there's reflex time and all that.
You think I always thought it would translate more to other pinball machines, and I tend to be better than most people at pinball, but it didn't. It doesn't translate. Not to brag, but I thought I would be like a fucking pinball wizard because I was so good at this pinball machine. But just gotta. It depends on the machine. Like you learn the machine
specific.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes, I mean, it makes sense though. Mm-hmm. But I bet you're probably still pretty good just,
Yeah.
from flicking them fingies.
Never do two at a time, ever.
Like,
That's like the key. People are always doing both at the same time. You never do it.
gotta make them cheeks reverberate.
That's right.
Remember, like Windows,
Amateur.
like Windows Millennium, like had built-in, or all the old Windows had a little built-in.
Oh, yeah.
How to get hooked
Yep.
on that?
Oh,
Comet
yeah.
pinball or
Yeah,
whatever.
like cosmic
Yeah,
pinball. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys. I would go to the library and just like zone out and play games like that, or the one where it's like you're a skier and then a Sasquatch will run
Free
out.
ski.
Yeah.
Free ski.
Oh, free ski was great.
Minesweeper. There was one where like it was
Snake.
pipes and there would be like an ooze that you would be trying to contain.
It was this. Yeah.
Yeah, the pipe one, and then of course the worm. What was that? Was that called worm?
Snake.
Where you
worm.
ate the apples
Yeah.
and you get longer, and you
yeah,
couldn't run
yeah.
into yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just keep getting longer.
Get that. It had those on the old Nokia phone too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
Snake.
people used to have that on their calculators too.
Yeah. I used to do the what is it, 6006, and then you flip it up. Oh, 60065.
Boobs.
Flip it
Well,
up
you do eight
to one of your
yeah.
buddies, and you're both
Yeah,
You're like,
like trying not to die from laughter.
boobies.
yeah. Yep.
Or like sex ed. When you'd hear like a penis, just the word said out loud
Oh yeah.
in a public context, you're like,
Yep. Just feel people's heads turning bright red.
Yeah. Dude,
she said it.
in 7th grade, our teacher, we kept every time she said penis, we would laugh, and she was like, "You think that's funny? You think that's funny? Penis, 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 penis." We're all like, and then the whole class exploded. I mean, like literally, her
Penis.
Yeah.
Penis.
totally.
Windows blow out of the classroom.
She thought it was gonna like
Hell
quiet
yeah, we
us
think
down
it's funny.
somehow, and it was fucking. She turned us all into penis hulks. yeah.
You think that's funny?
Yeah, and we did.
Oh, we did indeed.
And then we thought that was even funny.
It's funny now.
Yeah.
It's like that joke, the Joker meme. You think that's funny? I do.
Yes. Have you guys seen the new Joker?
Nah.
It fucking sucks. Truly, it sucks, but I kind of loved it because Todd Phillips was like, I don't give a the last one made $1 billion. I'm going to see if this one can make $0. Like going against everything you could
The old
possibly want
switcheroo.
in a comic book movie. Don't put any of it in there. The Joker being a criminal. Nope. None of that in there either. He's just in court. And then I was like, I don't even know if this part's real. I don't know what part of this movie is supposed to be real, but none of it's good. And I love it.
Foley
kind of.
Apu.
Yes. Yeah. But
I've not seen it.
I like that he went totally against what anybody could have possibly wanted. And I'm
That's
sure
what they say.
That's probably why Joaquin agreed to do a sequel.
Right.
Because it's like, is everybody going to hate this?
I think when they made the first one, they're like, and that's it. Like, this is just a one-off story.
Yeah.
And they're like, but it made $1 billion.
Yeah.
So, like those two didn't want to do it. So
Yeah.
you figured if they got on board, they're like, this is going to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I guarantee it.
They want it. They got it.
They were going for something, and they think they did what they wanted to do. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I respect them for it, for making just a kind of an unpleasant movie to watch.
I'm going to have to watch it. Mm-hmm. I watch a lot of unpleasant movies, it turns out.
I love them.
I finally watched the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Oh, I've never seen it.
The American version. I know there's, I think, a Swedish version originally.
Because the books are.
Well, and it's Joaquin's girl in it, Mara Rooney.
Yep.
She's the girl with the dragon tattoo. And I thought it was going to be a la Underworld.
Didn't David Fincher direct it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I thought it was going to be like that, right? Yeah, like shoot 'em up, having fun, like Blade, but with a girl. I don't know. That's what I thought.
Blade, but with the girl. She's got a dragon tattoo. They call her the dragon. I don't know.
I thought it was like a vampire thing,
Yeah.
maybe, like because that was very much the era too at the time. Very vampire centric movies when that movie came out
Yeah.
in America, at least. So I finally watch it. There's a rape in it. I'm like, what's going on? Like every movie that I've been like seeing lately has crazy intense like emotional trauma shit. I'm like, what's Jesus?
I'm trying to have fun over here.
I keep
That's
stepping on these
absolutely-
movies.
That's how I felt about Rob Zombie's Halloween reboot, where it's like they give him this sad childhood, and then as he's escaping prison, there's like somebody being raped and I was like, why is this even
Every
in
time.
here? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like gratuitous.
It almost seems like an acting move now, like, or
Yeah.
like maybe a directorial move to be like, well, if you throw one of those in there, it's going to make everyone have a bad time.
Yeah.
And that's artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is art.
And that seems, if it's true, and I in a way, for their sake, I hope it was their choice to like make something that everyone was going to kind of not like on purpose as a fuck you to the studio.
Yeah.
I hope that is the case, if anything, because otherwise it's just a shitty movie, which sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if it's a bit of that with that second Joker movie, of the same thing, like throwing in some gratuitous violence or something, where they're like, let's give you something that is, you're just gonna really fucking hate.
There is nothing. There genuinely in the Joker movie. There is nothing that fans of the first Joker or comic book fans in general. I shouldn't generalize, I guess, but like most, your average comic book fan that loves comic book movies will like. Nobody that liked the first movie is gonna like it. And no, I mean, I think it only made like $50 million.
Yeah.
The first one made $1 billion, highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. And I was like, I respect this.
Well, and
I respect just being like,
yeah, well, now that I'm thinking about it, the promotional run-up was really, really weak in comparison to that first Joker, which makes sense if they were burning the studio, like you say. If the studio was like, oh, well, fuck you, or whatever, realizing they were getting a fuck you from Todd Phillips and them, they're like, okay, we know it sucks, and you're doing this on purpose, so now we're not going to promote the shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's making some amount of sense now. It's coming together.
yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sure her test screenings, they were like, what did you do?
That's not like the finished movie, right?
yeah.
You guys got a lot of work left, right?
Yeah. They were expecting like the Joker continuing going on crazier, like more crime, because it sort of ends with him basically being arrested, right?
He's already arrested.
Oh, yeah.
He's in he's been arrested the whole movie.
Yeah, the first one.
He's
the
in
first
prison.
one.
The first
oh
one,
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
He get,
yep.
but they probably would have wanted to see the mayhem ensue at Arkham.
Yeah.
After that,
Yep.
instead they're like, how about a fruity musical? Just as a fuck you. Because the studio wanted the Arkham going crazy
Oh,
one.
I'm sure.
Of course.
Because that would have made $1 billion.
Yes.
Give the people what they want to see?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
We're going to give them something they specifically do not want to see and did not ask for.
And then there's a nod. Spoiler alert, if anybody wants to pause for 10 seconds or whatever, but there's a nod at the end that like, oh, this other guy is the real Joker, this young guy that shows up at the end of the movie. And you're like, okay. Inspired by this Joker, the real Joker is, I guess. So, because there was a lot of things in the first Joker movie where I was like, he meets Bruce Wayne when he's like 10.
Yeah.
That would make, and Joaquin is like, I'm 40 something when the first Joker came out, late 40s. That would make him, when Bruce Wayne is at his peak in his mid 30s, that would make the Joker 65 years old.
Getting up there.
Okay, yeah. And they knew each other. I don't know. That's how I felt about Gotham, the show too. It's like Gotham, the show, kind of sets it up that all of the Batman's villains already existed when he was a child.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, so how does this even? I don't know. But
Right.
yeah. Dumb.
Look pretty stupid in the like Jim Carrey stretchy Riddler outfit at
Yeah.
72 years old.
Can't quite pull
The
that
big
off.
fucking question marks. Your old droopy balls.
Yeah.
How we doing on time? Nice.
Yeah.
Are they still doing the Barry Keoghan shit with
Yeah.
the Batman?
He'll be in there.
Nice. That Joker seemed kind of interesting. I liked the scarring up that they kind of did on him because they just splice in like a little bit right at the end of the Batman, don't they?
Yep. And there's deleted scenes where Batman's interviewing him in Arkham
Yeah, I
to
think
like
that's maybe
get
what I'm thinking of.
insight into the Riddler.
I think they just said that that Batman is not going to be in the new.
He's not in the
DC
DCU.
universe.
Nope. There's
So
going to
they're
be
gonna have another
there's gonna be
Batman?
Another Batman.
Enough with the Batman.
Yeah, but at least they're not trying to force the dark, realistic Batman into the world where it just wouldn't work.
Like, buddy, you got to like take some Prozac or something.
Yeah.
We're trying to have fun and fight robots over here.
But that means that Matt Reeves can still do another Batman.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He gets to
Because
be
he did
totally
the Penguin,
separate.
yeah. Because I like that universe,
Yeah.
the sort of Sopranos, Batman, grimy universe. I like it. The Penguin,
too.
I thought was great.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do the Barry Keoghan Joker show. I think
Oh yeah.
that was the next.
I mean, he's like kind of one of
Damn.
those new crazy guy actors,
Yeah.
like where he's always playing something kind of wacky, fish out of watery a little. Yeah, I'd be interested to see his
Did you
Joker.
guys see what the hell was the name of the movie he did where he fucks the grave? Saltburn. Yeah. And he drinks the cum water.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
All right.
he drinks the
Yeah.
cum water.
I drink your cum water.
Daniel Day-Lewis as Barry Keoghan in that one movie where he drinks the cum water.
Yes. My boy, you have a cum water? I drink your cum water. I drink it all up.
It's so gross when he's like in the drain
Yeah.
part of it, and he's like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
Like just that. I remember being scared of that part of the sink as a young person, like
The drain?
like the drain, like for a sink or anything where all the food and bits would go,
yeah.
and like the whatchamacallit, the disposal was down there.
Yeah.
I used to think it was kind of creepy, and I think even now seeing that scene, I'm like, ugh, like that specific part of the where everything goes. I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh. But yeah, they really nail it. It was sort of like Midsummer and some of these other movies I've seen where I'm like, I think there's a lot of symbolic things maybe I'm not able to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
But it did keep my attention at least. So
Yeah.
Saltburn definitely did that.
He was lying.
Yeah, he was like a
that.
sociopath
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to get their monies.
Yeah.
It had some good turns in it where I was like, oh, it's going to be this type of movie, and then it would flip a little, which I appreciate because it is kind of hard to do. Everyone sort of knows the formats for most successful movies. So
Surely.
I didn't mean to bring it to a screeching halt.
No, I got a text from Sarah to see if I had her keys,
Oh shit!
and I'm like, I don't know if I do.
That's what always happens when you move to. Don't get your keys together until like a week after you move in. Leave them at the other house, lose them, all that shit. Yeah.
Well, we've done a pretty good amount of time, so we can start landing the plane if we need to.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Beep beep. Text.
No,
while
no worries.
podcasting.
I already talked about the no genitals on GI Joe.
Yep.
Okay.
GI genitals.
I did talk about the screen door for the car window, right?
You did, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank God for that. That's I've talked about the 2-horn system as well.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like,
that's the angry horn and the kind horn.
Yeah, like the gentle horn and then the angry horn, and you can choose. I think that's actually a good
one's
idea.
like meep, and the other one's like ma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing?
Yeah.
hey.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'd like you to move. Yeah.
It's like talking as you walk into the room to wake someone up. Where you're like, "Hey, big guy.
All right.
Good morning."
Yep.
That's the nice horn, and then the other one's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah. The first wake up to the running late wake up.
That's right.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna pitch these to maybe a car dealer or car manufacturer.
Put that at the end of your pitch tomorrow.
Elon Musk.
And on a separate note, I got a hot idea here.
Elon Musk would probably be into that actually.
I think the horn is actually a good idea. The screen door for the window of a car, there's some issues maybe.
Yeah.
Because I almost see it being like the screen that you can, like the double door system of a tent.
Yeah.
But imagine it with the glass window.
There has to be a reason that we're not thinking of why they haven't done that.
Yeah.
Because you can rip. I mean,
you could just rip through it.
yeah.
But what if you
that's
made
what I
it
said.
with
It'd have to be
like
like prison bars or something.
or
Like NASCAR
like
netting.
Kevlar,
Yeah,
or something, something you couldn't cut through. But that would be
But then you don't want to be caught in a car that you can't cut through the shit when you've.
right. Maybe you can only cut through it from the inside.
There we go.
You have to braid the fibers a certain way.
Yeah.
And you can only cut it from the inside.
We'll work on a prototype.
Yeah. I got a couple already at home. My car has
Why?
I look out the window and your car's covered in
Why
fucking-
do you need it? So is this so you can keep your windows down when you're not in the car?
Yeah, so say
Okay.
like it's a beautiful day like today, it made me think of stuff like this is that I'm like, God, I would love to leave my car with the windows down just to air it out after all like the winter wetness in it.
Get all the
and
stank out of there.
Get all the stank. And it just, I think it's nice for the cushions and everything just to air out probably a little if you have cloth seats like I do. But I was like, damn, in the area that I live, I don't feel quite comfortable enough just leaving the windows down.
Someone would just, if he had the screen, someone would just punch it and be like, great, no broken glass. I'm in.
Yeah. But I would think of it as like only rolling down the window this much, but then there would be that Kevlar kind of screen right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a window extender, but
with a screen.
yeah.
I'll show you the prototype. All right. I think you like what you see.
Yeah.
It was like some
I need to see the
chainmail.
schematics.
Yeah, basically like a chainmail
Like
almost.
armor.
Yeah. Just that wind could get through it. I don't know. It just seems I want to leave the windows down because in small towns you could do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just let her air out. Where now I'm like,
All of AJ's RAV4 windows are covered in beads here soon.
knock before you enter.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, officer.
Yeah, I'd like
I'll
to
be
rob
right
you.
back.
All your shit, please. Just fun invention ideas.
Yeah, I like
Ain't
it.
nothing wrong with that. All right, folks. Well, this has been a heck of a podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. We covered a lot of territory.
A lot of
today.
territory.
Zip zapping around.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't think we've ever done one, or at least not in a long time at this time of day.
It's been a long
No.
time.
It's afternoon time right now,
Yeah.
folks.
We're still fresh and
yeah, I think it
full
kind
of.
of
Yeah, it's funny.
Whatever.
I see the
vim and vigor.
Yeah.
the
there we
difference
go.
between my difficult Monday and my easy Monday, and then just a day off coming to podcast where I'm like having a good time. Yeah. Having
maybe-
fun.
Yeah, afternoon, not so bad.
Yeah.
But thank you to Sam Hershock, our dutiful board op back
Yes. Stepping in for Shyla.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Sam?
This is going to be the worst one that I've ever produced because the wide cam doesn't work.
The wide cam doesn't work?
Yeah. So there's no wide shots in this
Oh,
episode.
I know why. No, that's fine.
All right, well, he's done, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Good job, bud.
I forgot to plug in that wide one. That's okay. As long as it would still just be the three of us just cutting between. We don't go to the wide that much anyway, so no worries. I'm sure you did a great job.
AJ, fire him immediately.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
All right, you're fired then.
Oh,
Someone's getting fired.
Yeah.
That's it.
I would like to fire myself.
I would too.
Yeah. Get a little unemployment finally.
Fire myself so I can get unemployment. That's a good idea. Let me talk to Dave about that.
Yeah. It's just one of my other inventions, actually.
That's a good invention.
Yeah.
self-firing for unemployment money.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 6 months.
Yeah. It's been an
I've been let
invention.
go by who? Myself.
Me talking to God at the pearly gates. Yeah. It's been an invention-heavy episode. Yeah, genitals on dolls, and then the screen door, all sorts of stuff. Firing yourself for unemployment.
Yeah. Speaking of dolls, am I gonna be living near a price chopper?
Ooh.
That's the real sad
Tragedy.
part.
Yeah. Old Beaver Chop, your stomping
Yeah.
grounds. Maybe the chicken guy
No
moved
more
over there to Urbandale.
diet Dr. Choice for me.
Diet Dr. Choice.
The taste of a new generation.
Yeah.
What's a can of that go for these days? What
Well,
does a
it's
diet
a 12
store
pack-
brand soda go for?
12 pack is $3.49.
All right, that's reasonable.
You better believe it. I don't choose Dr. Choice for nothing.
Dr. Choice chooses you.
That's right.
You're the choice.
Yeah.
Diet Dr. Choice. Soon it's going to be Diet Dr.
Are you a
Life.
dirtbag that's watching your
Yeah,
weight?
right.
Yeah. I am.
So what's around you then over there? What's the store du jour in your neighborhood?
I suppose it'll be the big Urbandale Hy-Vee.
oh
The
man,
experimental one, original. Remember when they put that in? Everybody was like, "It's gonna have a fucking an arcade, and they're gonna sell suits." And they did actually. They had a clothing section and like
An arcade that sells
Yeah,
suits.
they had a fucking when that
They
one
got
opened.
everything.
It was like I think that's gonna be at that new Hy-Vee too. And then 75% of that stuff didn't work, and now it's just a regular giant Hy-Vee. We'll be near an Aldi's also.
oh,
Aldi's
that's where
nice.
it's at. Aldi is where it's at.
Don't forget your quarter.
Yeah, for the cart.
That's right. At one time I drove all the way there to try to get some. I saw somewhere online it was like 15 great Aldi's finds.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should try being an Aldi person. They're
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
They seem all right. Got all the way there, no quarters in sight. And I was like, I guess I got to go buy something somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that all the time. I was going and be like, "Hey, can I have a quarter?" They're like, "Yes." I'll give it back. They're like, "Whatever."
Yeah. I'm keeping that quarter.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. I'll be right back with that quarter.
Yeah.
Smash you into a light pole.
Worth it.
The back of the car opens, carts fall out of it. You're stealing some of the car. Yeah. Aldi would be good for you. You seem like an Aldi kind of guy.
They're
And they have their own wacky brands of
They
everything.
do.
Yeah. It's like Trader Joe's
The
kind
same
of.
company.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That makes complete sense
Yep.
then. That must be like, yeah.
They all treat their employees well. Run by some Germans.
Yep. German company.
And they're known for treatment. Treatment of people.
When you're German, you're family.
Yeah.
Yeah. The store was originally called Crystal Knot.
Oh man. Oh.
One day of history class.
All worth it just
Yeah.
from downtown.
Yeah.
AJ hits Crystal Knock. Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember like my mom's birthday, but I like Crystal Knot
Crystal
stuck in
Knot,
my. I think
yeah.
it just the word was so weird, like interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home of Aldi's.
Yeah. God damn. All right, folks. Well, we started closing this about 15 minutes ago, but Sam, you got any shows coming up? Follow Sam on Instagram. He's a comedian. He's been on the show before.
He's a comedian of note.
Yes, very funny guy.
This Friday at Gravitate downtown.
There you go. Downtown Des Moines, folks.
You're doing some corporate or what is that the show just there?
It's just a show Matt Weiss put together there using the space.
Nice.
Me and Zach Meekum and Matt.
All right.
Okay.
Check out Sam Hershock. Black Cat Ice Cream, obviously. Venmo at Tobo Cop, obviously.
Duh.
He has a mansion to pay for now.
That's right.
In Urbandale. What else? Patreon.com/NoSleepDSM. Like and subscribe. That helps us a lot on like YouTube and shit. Anything else, boys? Anything else to plug?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Catch us at various open mics around town.
This is the only thing that I do. Soon it will.
This is Toll's work release program.
Yep.
His work furlough.
All right. Well, and follow us on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
No Sleep, and then us
YouTube,
individually.
Instagram. Like and subscribe.
That's right.
See the little thing in the corner? Is that what people do?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's down in one of these.
See this little thing? Poke it.
And push the button too. Oh, there we go.
All right, folks. No Sleep, the podcast. I've been AJ Simmons.
I've been Toll McGrain.
And I've been the Ice Cream King of Des Moines, Alex Carter.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.